What are we doing today? What's going on? So we are going to talk about where I've made mistakes and how I can keep you from making them. So that is the point of today. And let's get the microphone set up there where it should be. So let's talk about what we're going to do today. Let's get to the right screen. There we go. So I have already made 3 years of mistakes in content creation. Truth be told, I've probably made a decade of those mistakes, and I'm going to help you not make those mistakes at all over the next probably 15 minutes or so. And again, I've made those mistakes so you don't have to. So I'm going to save you that time, money, and headache. And what we're going to cover today is the basic concept of value and how value is what makes a business, right? A lot of people think that they have to create something or they have to have some sort of massive and complicated and formal business plan. But all you have to do is give value to people and show them how to take advantage of that value in a very simple way. And then they're willing to pay you money. And that is a business because it solves a problem for people. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about what this means to you, how you, as somebody who may or may not think that they can run any sort of a business, we're going to see what that means to you, how you can take advantage of it, you personally, and why I've chosen community-based business models and school as the answer to do that over the last going on 3 years now. So let's talk about the basic concept of value in business. And by the way, if you have questions along the line, you can certainly just go ahead and drop those in the comments, and I will try to address those. And when you do ask a question, put a Q and a colon, and then your question. That way it just organizes everything a little bit easier, okay? So, what do people pay for? Well, people pay for solutions to problems. If you think of any product or any service that has ever been made, created, or provided to anyone, it solves a problem. Now, a lot of people don't think that providing the type of thing that we provide in the community-based business is a traditional solution to a problem. But it is. It is 100% that. And so if you just think about it from that standpoint, that's what people pay for, okay? What do you need to save them? You need to save them time. You need to save them money. You need to eliminate their headaches and their stress, or you need to make them money. And if you can do any of those 4 things, then you can have the type of business that we are talking about. So, what does this mean to you? Well, what it means to you is your existing knowledge has tremendous value. There's a lot of things that you take for granted that you know about a subject, and that knowledge and your ability to save people time, money, and headaches because you have knowledge that you can share with them that will keep them stepping on the same landmines that you did, that knowledge has tremendous value in the marketplace. And you can even break it down. Because the first thing people think of when I think of that, like, oh, I don't know anything. I don't have anything that would be valuable to anybody. And I understand that, right? But when you think about it, a profession gives you knowledge, right? For example, let's take a look over here, and let's go, and you're getting a sneak peek of the platform that we use here. Let's say project management. Look at this. 256 members paying $350 a month for project management. And I'll blow this up a little bit more so you can actually see this. There you go. so you can see this. Look at that. I mean, we are talking, that's some good money, guys. That's some really, really good money. And calling all current and aspiring project managers. And so you know that it's not just them. And look at that. That's $350 a month. And so one of the advantages of a community like this, where you're going to take advantage of this, is the fact that these people are business minded. They are investing in their profession, their career. So they're willing to actually invest more, and sometimes their employer will actually invest for them. So what you become is you become a conduit to business rather than business to consumer. So there's that. Now, there's others here as well. And if there are anybody here that want to talk about that, let's see. Nope, no questions at this point. And there's nobody shouting out anything that they want to see. But let me go and look at some others here. Let's just take a look. Let's go back to Discovery, and let's say contracting. Like general contracting. Let's try that. Look at this. Skill School. 11 members, $9 a month. Home Pro Coach. That's a free community. Here's 83 members paying $25 a month. Middleman to Millions. Build profitable home service businesses. So these are people that have professional businesses, and they are teaching others how to start those businesses. Here's 38 members. Home Repairs and Renovations. Paid DIY community to teach you how to save money. So you're getting the option of learning somebody's professional skills. You can also do it as a personal problem. Let's say, for example, that you have, let's try weight management, because that's a big one, right? We all want health help. Weight management. So, Thick But Fit, right? These are all membership groups. Now, some of these are free, but look at this one. 235 members at $10 a month. Guys, that's over $2,000 a month, and that's a peptide group. Right? Peptides are big these days. Here is another fitness community, 15 members at $50 a month. So start doing the math on these. And the reason I show people about this is that if you're here creating content on YouTube, you're probably not making that kind of money unless you are a large creator. So a personal problem has tremendous value to help somebody solve. And then last but not least, and this is one of my favorite, are passion groups. For example, let's go to the hobby category here. Actually, we can go into Discovery again. And we'll go into the hobby category. Now look at this. This is DaVinci. Now DaVinci is a software program, right? So that's a hobby for most people. That group has 5,500 members in it. Here's a jewelry making academy, right? 1,100 members. It's a free community, but I'm sure there's an upgrade inside. The layers method, Spanish conversation. Learning Spanish for most people is certainly a hobby, right? So you have all of these. 972 members at $29 a month. Here's an actors community. Here's another language community. Here's a car video. Everything you need to know to become a top 1% automotive videographer right here. 210 members, $9 a month. See, so these are passions for people. They are not necessarily their profession. They're just something that they've gotten pretty good at. And so now they can teach that to other people. So that's what people pay for. They pay for those things. So you can help people three types. You can help people that you have helped before In other words, if you've ever helped somebody with one of these things, you can help them again. You can help people like you, people that may or may not have had the knowledge that you have, or they want to have the knowledge, or you can help people that aren't being served at all. And why that's interesting is because you're filling a gap in the marketplace. So people look at you and they're like, okay, this is something that isn't available, or this is unique. And that's an important part of having your own business model, is being unique. So how do you take advantage of this? Well, you've lived a life. You've been through stuff. So anything that you've done for 100 hours, maybe even less, read 5 books about, or had some sort of result from doing. For example, most of you who will see this video have not started a community yet. Well, I have now started 3 different communities. Actually 4. I've started 4 different communities. One of them, I got to 750 people before I shut it down. So I had a result there, right? And so now I can teach that result to somebody else. And the same thing happens with you. Anything that you have done for 100 hours, or you've read 5 books about, or you've had a result in, you know more than 99% of the world about that subject. So that makes you a subject matter expert. And so the way that you do this is, think about it like this. Your YouTube channel is where you give away information. You give away information, just like high school, right? For the most part, we got a very basic knowledge in high school. And then people will sell, or you will sell help with implementation. And if you think about it, unless you went to a private high school, everything was free. That education was free. Then when you went to college, you had to pay. Why? Because somebody is helping you deepen your knowledge about a subject that you hope to major in and eventually get a job related to. So when you help somebody with the implementation of something, it speeds up their transformation, it gives them support, and it also provides accountability. Now, why school? Well, I think I've already shown you why school, because if you look here in the school owners community, you'll see 181,000 people in this community, which means that's 181,000 people who have businesses. They are members of the schoolers community. And then there are hundreds of thousands, because many people have more than one. There are hundreds, well over 200,000 communities on this platform. And like I showed you when I went into discovery, there are different categories. There are hobbies, music, money, spirituality, tech, health, sports, self-improvement, and relationships. And there are leaders in all of these categories. Now, here's one thing that I think is really interesting, and this is a trending, and it's probably self-improvement as well. Nope, it's actually not self-improvement. Let's see what it is here. Is it money? Yes. So in the money category, this guy, who you may have recognized, you may have seen him before, you may have seen some of these people before, right? Let's bring this out so you can see this, right? So you've got Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. Now, here's another reason why I use school. Do you think that Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi are on the cutting edge when it comes to everything related to business? I'd say so, right? And so because they have created this community with 4,200 members, and it's joining a group because they have a live event coming up. But look, so here's Tony, here's Dean Graziosi, here's Trent Shelton, and I've been fortunate enough to actually see these 2 guys speak live before, and it was absolutely incredible, right? By the way, if you have questions, bring them here. What's up, man? How are you doing, Lion? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. So this is why this platform, if the number 1 self-improvement guy, let me come back here so I can show you. If the number 1 self-improvement guy on the internet, in the world, number 1, hands down, if he is on this platform, don't you think that he might know a little bit more about this business model than most? And if he's there, you ought to be here. Well, Russell Brunson is also here. Most people know Russell Brunson because he's the head of a company called ClickFunnels. And so he's got several groups on this platform. The number one guy in MMA, let me show you that, because that guy, that's pretty impressive. That the number one guy in MMA, let me go back here. We'll put in MMA. And look at that. His group doesn't even come up as number one. Let's put in his name, because his name is Tom Aspinall, and he actually Aspinall. There he is, the Aspinall way, right? He is the UFC champion. You think this guy has some cred? He is the UFC champion, and he's got a group with 31,000 members, and it's free. But inside, he's probably got tiers where people pay. Why? Because they want to pay to learn from somebody who is an expert, right? The expert in the field. So what that does is that means that school is a place that you really ought to be. Because you can create free value here on YouTube, which is the best and most monetizable audience by far. They have the most money. They are the most attentive. They are the most committed. And you want to go where somebody wants to be educated and problem solve. You don't want to go where somebody is trying to be entertained and distracted. And that's almost every other social media platform. And by the way, once you get inside of school, and let me show you my school. But once you get inside of school, here's the thing. Whoops, hit the wrong button there. So once you get inside of school, you have everything all in one place. I'm going to take you to mine. This is mine right here, right? So you have community. You have classroom. So the community is kind of like your message board, if you will. So anybody that is part of the community can put a title, write something, select a category, and then they can post that thing. Anybody can do that. You have a classroom where people can go, and you can take them step by step through a process. We call this an onboarding process, and this is where somebody gets their first win. This is where you help somebody achieve a result. And with mine, we have this little map here that I have created, right? And what it does is it shows you, because school is what we call a gamified platform. So every time that you take an action inside of school, whether you make a post, whether you comment on a post, whether you like a post, or whether somebody likes one of your posts or comments on one of your posts, you get points. You get 1 point for each of those actions. So when you have each of those actions, it only takes 5 to get to level 2. And then 3 is like this magic number, because the research shows that when you have people at level 3 in your community, they don't tend to leave. They tend to stay. And that's a very important part of this whole equation. So what you do is, that's why you use school. And then you put a simple call to action inside of each video with your school community. And you just say, hey, if you want more on this topic, or you want to learn more about this, go to my school community. And all you need is a link in your YouTube bio, and make that the first pinned post on all of your videos. Then people have a place that they can go to get more information. Because people do, despite what a lot think, people do want to be told what to do next if they want more information on something. So, and as an added bonus, nearly 2 million people are on school. Actually, you know what? This number has skyrocketed since this point. Let me show you what it's actually skyrocketed to, and I just need to. Yes, it's actually 26. There are 26 million. Oh, I messed that all up, didn't I? So there are 26 million users on the school platform. What did I just do? All right, there are 26 million users. Let's go here. Is it here? Oh, my Lord. All right, so there are 26 million users on this platform. So let's go ahead and let's put that up there, 6 million. There, 26 million users on this platform, and there are 1 million people visiting that school discovery page every single day. So there are people that are actually looking for you on school. Now, here's another thing that school does that a lot of these other platforms don't do. What they're currently doing right now, let me find it. So this was kind of a rumor for a while, but look at this. See, this is a school ad. This is an ad that the platform itself is running. But what they're doing in those ads is they are promoting communities all over the place. Doesn't matter what type of community you have, they are promoting them. And look at this. Little old Chuck got his community promoted without running an ad myself. So that's something that school's doing that nobody else is doing. And also, in case you're unaware, let's see if you know this guy right here that I'm about to show you. Where are we here? All right. Anybody ever seen this guy before? This Alex Hormozi guy? Right? If you haven't seen Alex, then let me just tell you, he's got 5 million subscribers on YouTube, or 4.5 million subscribers on YouTube. He has got about 15 million across all platforms. He is one of the foremost media producers when it comes to business. And guess what? He also owns 50% of the school platform. He found this to be such a valuable property, a valuable piece of software, that he decided for himself, you know what? I'm going to invest in this thing. And so this is his only public but largest investment to date is the school platform. He owns 50% of this platform. And if you think he's not putting his money where his mouth is, let me just... And I'm terrible about typing whenever I am on live. I apologize for that, guys. All right, so where's Alex? Where is Alex? Members. That's what I want. I want Alex. All right. You see, you have all the... Okay, so here's Alex, right? Now, one of the things that Alex has done is he has created a community with 970 members paying $1,000 a month. But here's the difference between his community and other communities. These communities are all already business owners. And those business owners have to be doing $1 million a year minimum in order to be a part. So you have to qualify to be part of his group. But he developed this with 970 members at $1,000 a month. So basically those people are getting massive Alex Hormozi value customized to them at $1,000 a month. So do the math there. My man is making about $9.7 million. Right? He's making, is that right? Yeah. Is that a month? I am terrible with math. So you know what? We're going to do this on the old computer here. The hand computer, as my wife calls it. No, I'm sorry. That's $970,000 a month, or $11 million a year just from the school platform he's making. All right? So that's why this is so valuable to you, is you can take advantage of something that Alex Hormozy has already put in place. So you can keep making content and hoping to get paid by the platform, which, by the way, pays pennies, or you could start your own community. I've got a link right here in my bio that you can start your own community, or you can join my community and I will walk you step by step how to create your own community. And you can see some of the people in my community that I have helped start. As a matter of fact, let's show you a couple of those folks before I go. And again, this is my community. It's called the Creator Cashflow Circle. And you can see here, I have helped Ray, age 66, go from $0 to $1,300 a month in what we call MRR. MRR is a very key term because it is monthly recurring revenue. I've helped Ray do that in 6 weeks by what I taught him. I helped Cindy, who has a large audience on TikTok, do that in 30 days, and she went to $3,000 a month. Monthly recurring revenue. That's what the MRR stand for. And I helped Jay create a community that within 6 months he had 2,800 members. And so what I did is I built this community that had 750 people, and then I tore it down because I felt that I needed to do this for specific people. So that's why I created what I created. And if you click on the link in my bio to start your free trial, you can start a free trial. Now, if you are not a member of School or you don't have an account on School, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to set up an account just like you would a Gmail account. And you just set up that account, name, email, password, confirm it when they send you the confirmation email, and then you have a free account. Then when you go, it will obviously log you in just like it would any other website that you sign on to. And you can join mine with a free trial to the $5 a month standard community. Or if you want more help, where I will actually help you put together these things right here, which are things like your about page, your description, your images. I help you do that for your individual community for $67 a month. What's up, Lion? So you got two choices. You can do it on your own. But what I find with most people when they try to do things on their own, if they don't have somebody to encourage them and hold them accountable, they get frustrated and quit. Or I will walk you through it step by step in our Creator Cashflow community, and we can readily build you something that pays you predictably and lasts. You can actually make money. You can monetize content without being monetized by the platform, which is a really cool way to go. And one of the things we have inside of my community is this thing called the School Offer Coach. And this is a little chat GPT or a custom GPT that I built. Nobody else has mine. I built it. It helps you pick your topic. It helps you validate your topic. It helps you write a one-line promise, which is very important for your community. And then I can even help you create the images that will be inside of your community. This little box right here, this box number 4, when I clicked on that, that's what helped me create this image that you see right here. It helped me do that. And that is available only inside of our Creator Cashflow community. So I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. It is a Saturday. Go out and enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Spend some time with family if you've got them nearby. And if you've got any questions on this topic, you can drop them here in the video, the recording of the live that's about to go up. Or you can comment on any of my other videos on my channel. And I really hope that you subscribe so you can check out some of my videos. And by the way, I can take you over there and I can show you my channel real quick. This is my channel. It's called The Chuck Ellis. Simple, right? And AdSense pays you $0. Your audience pays you $1,000 a month or more. Because think about it. If you had 50 people paying you or you had 500 people paying you $25 a month, or maybe you had 100 people paying you $49 a month, right? That can add up. That can be a full-time income. So I want you to think about the possibilities with that, and you've seen all the people that are already doing this for themselves. So think about that, because that's possible for you too. You just might need a little bit of guidance to get it going. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to reach out if you want to, and we'll see you later. Have a great Saturday.